This is not normal. Winning 17 of 18 games is not normal. And last year when the Indians won, 22, 23 in a row,
right.
I wondered, gee, what must that be like? And you're kind of living what that was like. And it's unbelievable. And if you're a fan of the team and you complain about anything right now, really, take a deep breath. But I've got a portion of the 17 of 18 that's more impressive.
Okay.
The Yankees presently have an 8-game winning streak. Okay? 8 wins in a row against first-place teams.
Right.
Astros, 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Indians in first place, 3 in a row. Red Sox came in first place by 1 game, 1, and then tied for first place, 2. 8 wins in a row against the first-place team. I think that's unbelievable.
No, it is unbelievable. I mean, Cleveland's a first-place team, but I think they were like around 500.
But no, it's
first
really
place.
Good team.
No, let's not. We could sit here and nitpick. It is unbelievable what they're doing. It really is. You're not supposed to do this.
No.
Just like Cleveland was not supposed to do what they did last year.
I don't know how you could do it in baseball because you could always get a stinker pitching performance.
Now, the scary thing is, as we found out with Cleveland, it means nothing going into the playoffs.
Right.
But right now, you should be thinking about the playoffs. The whole concept of the Yankees right now, their whole focus should be win this division. That's what they want to do. Stay away from that one-and-done scenario. Win the division. And so they're playing the kind of baseball that leads you to believe they can. They've got a 1-game lead, which is odd. Usually when you play this way, if you were playing this way in the Central, if you were playing this way in the West, you'd be blowing everybody away. But unfortunately, the Yankees are in a division where the second-best team in baseball is there as well. But if the focus is winning this division, which might have cost you a championship last year just because of the fact you didn't have that home field advantage as well. So win the division, have the best record in baseball, go into the playoffs and see what happens.
Now, I'm going to say something that might anger Red Sox fans.
Okay.
But I'm just spitting out truth right here. So the Red Sox started the season 17-2. Now the Yankees are actually, it kind of messes things up a bit. The Yankees are 18-2.
Right.
But they were 17-2 before yesterday. And I will make the case right here that the Yankees 17-2 is much more impressive than the Red Sox 17-2. So let me give you what the Yankees did in their 17-2. They took 3 out of 4 against Toronto. And Toronto was really good when it came in. And they kind of cooled them off. Then they took 4 in a row against Minnesota. Second-place team in the Central. Then they went to Anaheim, and they won 3 in a row against the Angels. They lost the first game against Houston, 2-1.
Got in late.
Got in at 5. I wasn't going to say that, thank you. Then they won the next 3. Then they beat Cleveland 3 games in a row. And they've taken 2 in a row against Boston. That's a pretty good stretch. Now, if you want to go back a little bit more, they split 2 games against Miami. Embarrassing, they lost that second game. And you remember, when they lost that second game, I was kind of down on them then. I said, you got to be able to beat Miami. They were 8-8 after that game. Then they won the first game against Toronto, lost the second game 5-0. That made them 9-9. That was their low point. Now, let's take a look at what the Red Sox did in their 17-2. They lost the first game of the season at Tampa Bay. Then they won 3 in a row. Then they won 2 in a row against Miami. Then they won 3 in a row against Tampa Bay and Boston. Then they took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. That's legitimate. They took 2 out of 3. Then they won 3 in a row against Baltimore. Now, the Yankees lost 3 out of 4 to them, but they won 3 in a row. Then 3 in a row against Anaheim in Anaheim. That's legitimate. And then they started losing when they lost 2 out of 3 against Oakland. I think the Yankees slate is much more daunting.
And also, let's not forget, they got no hit.
True.
By Oakland.
That's where it started.
That's where it all started. So, but you know better than anybody, Michael, when you start grading wins in baseball, that's always a dangerous proposition because it's not going to matter at the end of the day. You know, if the Yankees end up losing this division by a game, you can't say, well, listen, our winning streak was more impressive. It doesn't matter. It's not college football. Somebody is not going to rate your record. So they've got more work to do because they only have a 1-game lead on the Red Sox because the worm can turn.
Absolutely.
But right now, if you wanted, listen, they're the best team in baseball, Michael, and we shouldn't be surprised. We thought they were the best team in baseball going in. Or at least I thought they were. You thought that Houston and Cleveland.
Astros, yeah.
And Cleveland's going to be heard from before it's all said and done, and so is Houston. I mean, Houston can come back here to the Bronx and sweep the Yankees. Who knows? But right now, there is nothing to complain about. You nitpick about Brett Gardner. He goes 3 for 5 and is one of the winners. You're concerned about first base. Neil Walker's come up with big hit time and time again. You worry about Tanaka sometimes, and he was not great yesterday, but he gutted through it, and he gave themselves a chance to win. There's really no complaints. What's there to complain about? Stanton, awful start, still win. Sanchez, awful start, still win.
Well, and how about Stanton now, right? And now he's just starting to ease in, seemingly to the guy that you bargained for.
And as Michael said, you know what? Stink up the joint. You hit against the Red Sox, the Yankee fans will love you. And Buster tweeted out last night, he's still on pace to score 121 runs and hit 41 home runs. You're going to sneeze at that?
Right. I mean, everything's going to be compared against 59, which I think is kind of unfair. I think he's going to hit about 45 home runs. And you know what? You take that.
Didn't have to hit 59 for this team.
No.